tell whether he slipped or not a little bit late. There's another shot of it right here. Let's see what happens. Pearson inside. There's the delivery. Ball was just a little bit too far in front of him. So now we go to a 2nd and 10. 32 seconds left.
Drew is what you call the ideal teammate. For a wide receiver, being a young guy, he was kind of like my big brother on the team, and a guy that I looked up to, and his work ethics were outstanding. He always wanted to be the best, and I wanted to be the best, and trying to compete with Drew or working with Drew made me a better player. Most certainly coming from him, being one of the top players in the league, was just an outstanding opportunity to be with him.
Somebody you could always count on. And from a defensive point of view, we loved having Drew on the field. He would always somehow he'd figure out a way to convert on 3rd down.
I think Drew was the ultimate teammate. He was always bubbly and alive, working hard, team player, very vocal on the sideline, very vocal at practice, and he was always in your corner, encouraging you, and just a great guy to be around.
Drew was when he came in as a young guy, was a brash, confident young guy. I never forget the first day I saw him at the training facility off Forest Lane.
Drew was one of the best teammates anyone could have. Drew was the pro's pro. When I was a young pup coming up with the Dallas Cowboys, Drew didn't know this. I'm telling you now, big boy. I watched him. I watched him a lot. I watched him how he carried himself on the field, how he practiced, his practice habits. I watched him off the field, how he carried himself as a gentleman.
Drew was a very good teammate. He had leadership abilities. He had very good work ethics. Oftentimes, Drew would be the first player on the field and the last player to leave, and a lot of the younger guys would notice that and do the same thing. So he was fun to be around, but when it was time to get serious, he got serious.
As far as what he meant to me, and it was a very special relationship between a quarterback and a great receiver.
There's always this saying that comes along that you get out of it what you put into it. And for Drew Pearson to come to the Dallas Cowboys undrafted, become an all-pro, be inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor, tells you what hard work is all about.
What Drew's accomplished is tremendous. Number one, being an undrafted a wide receiver, coming into the league, having to prove himself, and having to prove himself on a continuous basis, and doing it at such a level that he did is just remarkable. Drew's accomplishments speak for themselves. Being a wide receiver, undrafted, he's definitely the real deal.
He and I were free agents, and the only free agents, I think, that are in the Cowboys Ring of Honor.
Drew was second to none when it came to preparation in the ball game. Drew would study film. He would know the tendencies of defensive backs. He'd know how to make his move, when to make his move, what kind of move he could put on them that they may bite on, a double move or whatever. And he worked extremely hard at that. Because Drew, let's be honest, Drew wasn't one of the fastest receivers in the league, but he was one of the best route runners ever to play in the league.
Well, I guess you have to give Coach Tom Landry, who was the head coach when Drew was drafted, a lot of credit. He saw something special in Drew. And a lot of times it's politics involved in making that roster. If a guy's drafted early, he's pretty much a shoo-in. But for a guy to come out of Tulsa and undrafted, his size, Drew's very small for a wide receiver and wasn't the fastest guy at that position. But what a heart, a lot of heart, and I'm sure that his receivers coaches and Tom Landry recognized that and felt that Drew could contribute, and boy, did he ever, in a big way.
One of the things that I remember very well was Drew Pearson running those routes in the middle of the field and catching that ball and somehow dodging them, but sometimes getting smashed and then getting right back up and doing that again in those really clutch situations.
Skinny little guy that he was, his little calves were about this big. But what a tough player, great player, consummate team player. Leader type player.
You know, it was good to see Roger and Drew work together because they worked during the off season. They worked very hard, precise route running.
Drew's work ethic was phenomenal, and I said it because, you know, even Drew was 1 year ahead of me, and when he was starting with the Dallas Cowboys, it was very hot out there in Thousand Oaks in training camp, but Drew was always the first player out there and one of the last to leave, and he was kind of like a backup quarterback's nightmare.
His work ethic was exemplary. Everybody looked up to Drew. He was a great player.
You know, when you're working out in the off season, you really don't know till you get to training camp, but there's still that feeling, that instinct, and there was something about Drew Pearson. And so Gil, I think, probably invested another $100 or whatever it was.
I mean, Drew had what you call wide receiver mentality. He always wanted the ball. He always wanted to be the best. He believed in himself, you know, and he was a mentor to a lot because of his work habits. I mean, he worked hard all the time. He wanted, again, as I said, without being redundant, he wanted to be the best, and because of that, he excelled at such a high level. It made everybody around him better.
Of course, December 28th, 1975, and we were big underdogs against the Vikings. We were a wild card team, and it was 14-10.
At the end of the Minnesota game, our defense had just stopped Tarkenton.
I'm not sure why we were on the lower end of the stick there near the end of the game, but we deserved to win that game. But we thought we had lost it. I don't think that anybody thought that we had a prayer.
Then Roger and those guys took it over I guess it was around the 12, I was a little on the other side of midfield. And Dave Edwards and I were on the sidelines and basically either meditating or praying.
I remember standing on the sidelines after kind of a miscue on an early punt that I was trying to return, and saw that pass come out of the air into Drew Pearson's, close to Drew Pearson. And
after the game, they asked me what I was thinking. I said I closed my eyes and said a Hail Mary. So that is the official term. You hear it all over now. It's I guess you're not allowed to patent it, but I know that thanks to Drew, the Hail Mary pass was born, and Drew made the play.
If you look at my career here with the Cowboys and a lot of the long runs that I was blessed to make, Drew Pearson was somewhere in the picture of most of those runs. And I used to always tell our receivers, I said, man, you don't have to knock them down. Just get in the way, make them do something. And Drew was very good at that. And, you know, especially on that 99-yard run touchdown.
The ball just over the goal line of the Cowboys. Dorsett, single setback.
You know, we had a little trap play coming up the middle, and I made a couple cuts, make some guys miss, and I'm going down the sideline. And who do I see? I see my man, number 88, leading the way down there, and there's two defenders. Now, to know Drew, you gotta know Drew's a little bit not needed and a little bit pigeon-toed. So I'm watching him run it, and I'm watching Drew, and I'm watching these defenders, and as we're going, the further we're going down, it looked like Drew's legs started going inside out, inside. And it looked like he was starting to tire. So I said, okay, it's time for me to make a move. And as I'm making my move, Drew threw at the last guy, and he actually pushed him back upfield a little bit more. And I end up going into the end zone for a 99-yard touchdown, which obviously is an NFL record, one that can't be broken. And I always tell them, if somebody ties it, we still may have one up on them. We only had 10 men on the field. But thanks, Drew.
Well, being inducted into the Cowboy Ring of Honor, I think, is probably one of the highest honors you can get. Tex Schramm was very concerned about not just letting anyone get in there.
Well, let me say, you know, being in the Cowboys Ring of Honor obviously is a special award, special recognition. When you put that star on your head, there's a lot of pride that comes with wearing that helmet. And to go out there on the field and play against the opposition, you know, quote unquote, being labeled America's team was not something that we really liked at that time, but it was, but when you would see us travel, that's what it was all about.
Being in the Cowboy Ring of Honor, I think it's really special. I think there should. I was hoping with our history there should be more players in it, but if there's anyone more deserving of Drew, I don't know who it is.
Well, I think it's a huge honor, and I think it's something that's long overdue. Drew is again, he represents the Cowboys in a very positive manner, and to have a guy like that in a Hall of Famer or a Ring of Honor, so to speak, is a tribute not only to the Cowboys but to the guys that played with them. Because just knowing that we had a guy that has succeeded, has had an opportunity to make it at this level, and is going to be representing the class of our '70s class or our Super Bowl championship Dallas Cowboy team.
And all you got to do is look up there and notice there's very few players in that Ring of Honor. So it's very special, and it's something that I'm sure is in the back of every player mind who have a long career with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sure they'd all love to be there, and they work very hard to be there. So, you know, I congratulate those who are blessed enough to be in that Ring of Honor. They certainly deserve it. It exemplifies greatness, good work ethics, and winners.
You know, being an inductee into the Cowboys Ring of Honor is, in my opinion, I mean, I know other people have it and other teams have it, but for us here, man, it's sacred. It's sacred to our fans, and we have very few people over the years that have gotten their names put up there. And for Drew Pearson to now be joining the family, and I'm speaking from a personal point, I feel much better about my induction into the Ring of Honor now that Mr. Clutch is there.
Hi, this is Rayfield Wright, and I wanted to take a moment to congratulate one of my teammates, Drew Pearson, for the induction into the Ring of Honor of the Dallas Cowboys. I am so overwhelmed for you to get the opportunity and the respect to be in the Ring of Honor.
Drew, in my heart, man, you were always in the Ring of Honor. You belong in the Ring of Honor. You belong in the Hall of Fame. That 88 that I wore on the field each week thinking about you, man. I was so happy to wear that number because I know you had already laid the tracks on what was expected of anybody that donned the 88. You are the original Drew. You're the original playmaker. You're the original 88. You're the original game breaker. Man, I remember as a kid watching with my father and you're catching touchdowns against me. I mean, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it when I sat with you the first time I stepped off an airplane and you laid down what was expected in the Dallas area of a wide receiver. What's expected of anybody that wears that 88. You told me to take it, man, and go and use your ceiling as my floor. I appreciate the motivation and inspiration. I appreciate your hard work, man. Congratulations. This is just the first of many honors that still do you.
On behalf of the entire Cadillac team, we'd like to congratulate Drew Pearson on his induction into the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor.
As being the other half of that dynamic duo, it's long overdue, Drew. Congratulations.
Yeah, Drew, all of us on defense, we're so thankful we had you on our team. Thank you so much, and congratulations for getting in the Ring of Honor. It's a great honor, and it's been a long time coming, but it's certainly well-deserved. Congratulations.
You're a good friend. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing your name up in the Ring of Honor along with all the other great players that are out there.
Congratulations for a well-deserved honor to be in the Cowboys Ring of Honor.
Drew, I tell you, I love you, and I want to congratulate you. It's been a long time coming, and welcome to the Ring of Honor family.
Drew, I was a big Cowboy fan growing up, and you were the first player that I met when I first flew into Dallas. And I'm very honored and blessed to be your friend after all these years. You lifted our spirits. You made everybody around you better. I congratulate you. Enjoy your special evening.
Drew and family, I'd like to say congratulations to you, man, for being inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor. Again, as I said to you when I called you that day, my friend, I feel better about being in the family as well. It's the clutch.